Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is You on Galactic Soul Healing. My name is Sonia Jane, and this is going to be the water signs reading for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces for the 5th of April until the 11th of April. And we're going to look at some external energies that you may be, or external influences that you may be kind of affecting you at the moment, and also some internal energies that you may be experiencing. And often those two things are connected. So we respond how we're responding internally to those external events. And then we're going to look at some higher frequency guidance as well. And as always, please take what resonates and discard the rest. Yes, I'm just shuffling our little right away here. So we will proceed in 1 second. Oh, I'd just like to call in and thank the Archangels, Ascended Masters, and light beings and other spirit guides that are present with us at this time to assist us with this reading. And yes, ever grateful for that. And yeah, my house is nice and quiet today. I think last video I did, there was some sound in the background. I don't know what it was, but the microphone was picking it up, but I don't remember hearing it, which is really weird. So I don't know if it was maybe a lawnmower over the road or next door, and I didn't notice it. Apologies for that. So let's just, I've got the cut the deck here, and we're going to just take off the top. So right, so first off we have the 5 of Wands, the Hanged Man, and Justice. Wow, okay. So we'll have a chat about these in a minute. This is so that's your external things impacting. This is the internal. 8 of Wands, 3 of Swords, and the Death card. So there we are, Scorpio. You are, that's your kind of your power card there. Right. So let's pick up these 3 and have a little chat. Right, so externally, this one's looking interesting, isn't it? This is like, now this can be you in a group or in an organisation or with your family or friends, or something that you are learning. So it's about you honing your skills and getting better at something, but it can also kind of represent like a gathering, a sharing of activities, a sharing of yeah, perhaps a group, a common goal that people have. But here it looks like there's a bit of combat or a bit of play fighting going on, so to speak. But that can just mean that either you're wanting to be a part of something that's going on, or that you already are a part of something. And it could feel to you either like, you know, one of a few things. It may be that it's a healthy kind of melee, a healthy group get together where people are kind of honing their skills, or it may feel like you're kind of involved in some sort of dramas that may feel a bit fickle or kind of unnecessary to you. So, you know, I mean, take what resonates. But, you know, and I mean, this is fairly common occurrence, but it may be that you've experiencing this a little more lately than normal. And here we have the Hanged Man. So this is, excuse me, I'm just going to sip in my thingy. This is sort of taking time out, but dealing with holistic. So it might be that you have come across some information, you've heard something, or you've read something about spirituality or about holistic kind of health and well-being, and it could be that there's something out there that you're looking into and you're going to be exploring that. Okay, and this is kind of an indication to suggest that it's a good idea, because it can kind of be, it's great for the consciousness, and it's going to give you more mental skills and strategies that you can use. And here, now, this is a bit of a word at the moment, isn't it? Justice. So this is about, you know, that question of things outside of you that you're perceiving as perhaps they are just, or they are unjust. You know, there are different things going on, but it could be that you're becoming a little more concerned with what justice, what is justice, and you know, what's your personal truth. So perhaps there are things outside of you that are prompting you to really kind of question that, you know, for yourself. You know, what is actually the right thing to do, and what do I, if I'm in my, you know, if you're in your right mind, what does that look like, and how does that feel, and what kind of thoughts and direction are you going to have, and what kind of communication do you want to have. This is also about getting in touch with authenticity, one's personal truth. So this is interesting because, you know, this is the sword of truth, and, you know, and justice as well. But so it's sort of like, yeah, it could be that you kind of feel a little bit like things are upside down at the moment, and that you're kind of in the middle of, you know, there's this justice and injustice going over here, and there's dramas and activities going over here, and you kind of really just perhaps just kind of going, well, you know what, effort for a bit, I'm just gonna, you know, take some time out and find out what's true for me. But let's look at the I'm just going to grab the next three. Let's look at your internal energies. So yeah, so, but this is interesting here, isn't it? Because death can be it's actually a metaphorical death, which means it's the letting go, or the dying off of something, or the passing of something that is perhaps no longer serving you. And it could be that, you know, being involved in the dramas is not serving you anymore. And in actual fact, this card was placed in underneath that, the Five of Wands there anyway. So that's simply about, you know, you basically, through your discernment here, just working out what you want to let go of and what you do want to participate in. Okay, and probably what you want to participate in is stuff that's going to be in line with your sense of personal truth, and yeah. So internally, this could be that you are sorting out your thoughts and your feelings about things, because this, when it's sort of like this, it kind of suggests that the thoughts and the feelings are kind of intermeshed in a perhaps, and that's causing a little bit of confusion, or a little bit of, I could use the word dysfunction, because it could mean that there's too much thinking going on, or there's perhaps too much reactive emotion happening. So it could be that there's some sorting out. And the fascinating thing is, this is an interesting spread, because this was directly under this here. So, you know, this is a little bit like, you may feel like everything's upside down, and that you're feeling a bit confused. But the thing is that if you take the other meaning from this, is to just take a little bit of time out to really get your mind clear, which is what the Justice card is talking about, clarity as well, to get what your thoughts are and what are your feelings. Do some journaling, and the other thing too here is that, see, what we mentioned before was the mental skills. So you might be able to get some more understanding around what are those, perhaps there are thoughts that are snowballing that are not helping your emotions. So it might be about getting some strategies on board that can help you understand what thoughts you're having, and when they are snowballing, and what you can do to mitigate that, or decrease that amount of, you know, the monkey mind, as they call it. And this can also just represent hurt. So it might be that you are hurting, perhaps you're experiencing some sadness or grief at the moment. And that could just simply be upset about all the dramas and the injustices that are going on. Okay. But once again, it's about learning about the things that we can't control and the things that we can control realistically. Okay. And it's about learning, you know, that we can control our response, how we respond to things with practice. So yeah, so that I mean, that could mean other things for you as well. As always with these cards, what the meanings that I'm suggesting are obviously not set in stone. So there may be other meanings that come up for you. And this is the Eight of Wands. Typically can indicate fast-moving action, but it's also all of these wands are moving simultaneously. So it can also mean simultaneous changes and shifts on many levels, or in many aspects of your life that are shifting and changing. And that is certainly a bit of a reflection of what's going on currently with our energetic upgrades, with the Earth shifting into a new frequency. And of course, astrologically at the moment, you know, we have this Mercury retrograde. We're coming into an eclipse, you know, in a couple 2 or 3 days, and we've also had, you know, a full moon too. So there's a lot of energies flying around, but at the same time, we're becoming more open and expanded, and being able to receive higher frequencies. So that's a great, shall we say, we could say panacea, or a type of healing, which if this is like a serious drama that's going on and it's their injustices and things, the healing is that for us to remember that we are actually expanding in consciousness. And it could just mean that because our sensitivities are increasing, it could mean that if we're not aware that our sensitivity is increasing, we might just feel that we're at the mercy of an increased reactivity to things that are going on. But it simply means that we need to then step up our self-care and just pull back more, and just be with oneself, okay, and just try to calm the mind, so that then when you step into whatever's going on, you're going to have a little more, feel a little more composed in terms of your responses and your reactions, you know, because I've kind of, I'm going to grab my clarification deck as I'm shuffling. I'm just going to quick chat, because, you know, sometimes if we're not aware of our sensitivity increasing, we can kind of, things can get out of hand where we just sort of fly off the handle constantly. We don't understand why. You know, some people, you know, if you're female, some people will say, well, are you hormonal or something like that? But it's not necessarily that. Okay. And yeah, it's just a time in humanity's, in Earth's history, where we are just really having to step up our self-care and our just going inward to understand what our personal thoughts are and our personal feelings. Because as our sensitivities increase, we are feeling and sensing the thoughts and feelings of others around us. So sometimes we may end up feeling something that could be quite intense, and it's not even our own energy that we're picking up on. You know, it could be if we're in a crowded space, or we're in something like this, like these in pretty close proximity, that we're picking up on the energies of other people. So that is something else to just kind of keep in mind, is that naturally we're probably all evolving into being more empathic, okay, more intuitive, more psychic, right? So it's really a time, and you know, to just do some meditation and really find out the truth about what's going on, okay? Like what are your thoughts and feelings, and what are the thoughts and feelings of others that you may be picking up on that are actually not yours. So you can say a prayer or ask Spirit, and we'll pull out some Ascended Masters or light beings who might be able to help you with that, is to just really set an intention or request assistance to help you to work out what are my energies in this situation, what are the energies of other people that I could possibly be absorbing right now. Because oftentimes if it comes from nowhere and it's just out of the blue, and it might be something that you're seeing and you just kind of snap and you're like, hang on a minute, you know. Let's just do a riffle shuffle here, and we're going to clarify this, these cards as well. Yep, so now I apologise about the sound on these videos. I think I've nipped it in the bud because I've gone into settings on my phone and I've actually, there's just some auto thing that was on with the sound, and I've put it onto a different category, yada yada. And I just hope that it hasn't jumped back down to 0, which it was doing before, my media volume. So here we go. Let's clarify the Justice card. And here we have, yeah, 2 of Swords. Yes, this is kind of bang on. It's about working out what's yours and what's someone else's. So this is yeah, 2 of Wands. And it's also a bit of a gateway or a portal. So it's sort of like it's a sorting thing. Okay, it's to work out your personal truth. It's like, what is true for you? Okay, it's not necessarily true for another, and your energy is your own, and there are other people's energies. So it's about working out how do you feel when you are aligned? What makes you feel centered in yourself? Maybe it's time out. What is that feeling for you when you feel centered and you feel in alignment with who you truly are at your core? Okay, it's about working out what your personal truth is here. Okay, yes, let's clarify the Hanged Man. And we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, yeah, so this is a renewal. It's going to be emotionally renewing. This is going to, if you can take some time out, this is going to take all of the pressure off of this. And it's going to stop this kind of confusion between thoughts and feelings. If you can take more time out, it will be so rejuvenating, emotionally rejuvenating for you to look at all the life here. It's teeming with life. It's just gorgeous. And it's almost like this is what you will feel on the this is how you feel on the inside if you can really practice some you know, mindfulness, some self-care, self-love, doing the things that you love, that you enjoy, finding out, doing something spiritual for yourself, like maybe working out what maybe a little spiritual practice might be for you daily, or maybe even a spiritual path that you want to embark on. And it can really sort of help to open up your soul, what the truth of your soul is to you. Let's clarify the 5 of Wands here. This is like the little melee that we have going on. Here we have the 3 of Swords again. Okay, so this is a situation that's most likely causing you some upset. Okay, this is most likely something that's causing you, or a situation out there, that something you're seeing, hearing, or maybe you're a part of it personally, that is causing you hurt, and also some confusion, because this is the 3 of Swords from this deck, and this is the 3 of Swords here too. So we've doubled up here, which means that there's a direct connection between this. So this is not necessarily a playful thing going on, although if that really, really resonates with you, then that's what's happening. But, you know, the fact that you are needing to kind of, there's this here about taking time out, it's kind of suggesting that this could be a drama that's sapping your energy, that's draining you emotionally, that's causing you mental confusion, mental exhaustion, you know, grief, anything, right? So, and it's just to also, yeah, be aware that time, patience, mindfulness, taking some time out for self-love, okay, or self-forgiveness, or there may, you know, compassion, understanding, stepping back, letting things go, which is, you know, as we mentioned before, the death card directly under there, it's about letting go of the effects of this, but also letting go of the drama itself, perhaps, or stepping away from it, if that's possible. Here we go, the Eight of Wands. Let's just clarify this, please. Okay, off the top we have, oh, gorgeous. Okay, this is the playful energy, Six of Cups. Okay, so this is yeah, a movement to changes, but we did mention that the changes are, the effects of the changes and this momentum, it might feel intense at the moment, but the effects are going to be positive, high frequency, uplifting, and joyful. It's going to bring happiness and clarity, okay, which is basically what the Hanged Man is here. This reading is very balanced and it's really well supported, this reading. Like, you know, this is a very similar energy to, you know, the children here. And don't forget too, that Hanged Man, it's holistic, so it's a mind, body, spirit. So you want to be looking at your, not only just what's going on in your mind, but your body, your health and well-being, your physical, and also your spiritual aspect. And this is we are going through shifts and changes in those three aspects too, okay? But this can also talk about other areas of life as well that you are moving forward with. And this is just gorgeous here, Six of Cups. Yeah, and that can also be about your own inner child. An inner child has appeared in just about every reading that I've done this week, which has only been 3 other readings. But so your own inner child, perhaps activating some playful, fun things that you like to do, even that you like to do as a child, perhaps revisiting them. I remember saying that yesterday when we did the air signs reading. And yeah, this is just fantastic. I really love this deck, this mermaid deck. It's called the Mermaid Tarot. Yeah. Okay, let us clarify the Three of Swords. And yeah, this is going to be interesting because we are going to find out what's going on with this Three of Swords business here. Wow, the Queen of Swords. And that is, yeah, the Queen of Swords, the Water of Air card, and that is clarifying this. So, not only do we have the Queen of Swords here, you know, a lady with a sword, which is a sword of truth, justice and honesty. We also have the Justice here, person with the sword, and also the scales of balance here, so bringing things into balance. So the answer to this is really about taking that time out to get that clarity so that you come out of this phase of the teething, of the metaphorical teething, of the sorting of the thoughts and the feelings that are going on, and maybe stepping back from dramas that are causing that confusion and sadness and grief and upset and all that. Because if you can just hold that space for yourself and use some discernment, maybe do some processing, some journaling, maybe you want to have a couple of sessions with a counsellor just to sort out what's going on and what's true for you and how you want your life to look like. You will come out of the other side of that empowered, okay, because you're going to have more self-knowledge, more self-understanding as a result of taking a good look at this, okay, taking a good introspective look and spending some time on working out and getting some clarity. And you know, you may have to make time for that, okay, if you have a busy life. you may have to make it a bit of a priority for a while, just to get back to, you know, like you feel like you have a handle on things. And you know, many of us are going through this at the moment. I mean, it is up and down like a yo-yo. You know, and I've experienced that the last few days. I had emotions come from nowhere, and it's like it was stuff from years ago that still hasn't been resolved. And I'm like, really, am I still going off my nut about that? And then I just, you know, just sat in my car and I went, okay, I've just observed myself doing that, and I'm making a choice now to just do some deep breathing, and that's something else that may be helpful. And that's why the Hanged Man here is mind, body, spirit. So don't forget the breath. With the mind-body connection, honing in on the breath, slowing the breath, doing some deep breathing, some regulated breathing, some guided breath meditations, okay, or like a heart breath meditation, going to a yoga class. I've been doing that more lately, and it has been absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend it if you can find a good yoga teacher, or 2 or 3, or a studio that has several different teachers that you can learn from. That it's regulates the nervous system, and this is a lot of the stuff too here, that if the thoughts and the feelings are going around, the body becomes stressed, and we get a lot of tension builds up, and the nervous system starts to go into override and stress and survival and all the rest of it. Okay, so if you can do yoga or breath practice, it really regulates the nervous system, brings everything back down. Okay, and you can, and just focusing on the breath can also do that. You know, you'll be able to get some clarity, you know, about finding out what's true here for you. You know, what is the truth? What is it that you know, want to let go of? We're going to clarify the death card right now. But, you know, what is it of those dramas that you're seeing, hearing, and being in, perhaps, that are not true for you? And if you can meditate more down within yourself, you will discover what's true for you and what isn't. Okay, Spirit, can we please clarify the death card? Thank you. Okay, here we go. Okay. Interesting. 6 of Swords. So the 6 of Swords is about moving away. It's about leaving something behind, which is exactly what we've just been saying. So it's about, you know, of these dramas here, you know, what is it that you are taking from that? Like, if there is a takeaway, a learning thing that you can learn from the dramas, and, you know, all the conflicts or whatever it is that's happening perhaps in your external world with other people, perhaps in your place of work, in your family, in your organisations or groups or hobby groups or sporting groups or whatever. What's your takeaway from that, like, that you can take with you, and what is it that you're going to be leaving behind, that you're no longer participating in, or that you're no longer ascribing to? It might be something that you don't want to ascribe to anymore. And it's about leaving that behind. Yeah, so this guy here has got like a little seal here. It's almost like a chariot card, really, because he sort of broke the seal and he's got sitting on a little raft of swords here, and he's scooting off somewhere. But you know, I think this is a conscious choice that he's organised this so that he can just, you know, maybe he's going to have a little bit of time out. Actually, this is a blonde person here. I mean, maybe he's going to have his hermit, you know, he's going to have his hangman phase. You know, he's going down here to the next, you know, the town or whatever, or the little holiday place, what have you, or a place in nature where you like to go and just have some time out, okay, and just to really discern. And sometimes it might be talking to someone else, a different person, an impartial third party who's not a part of your life particularly, and the drama or the situation or conflict that you're involved in. It might be perhaps a counsellor or someone that you feel you can confide in, that can listen to you without judgment, and that can assist you to with the directions that you, with suggestions of strategies that you might be able to use to you know, find out what's true for you, what you want to participate in, and what you don't. So here we go. We're going to just grab some a couple of Ascendant Master light being cards to help us with. Now, what did we say earlier? Yeah, it was about, let's see, it would be great to get a very empowering card, wouldn't it? Because, I mean, sometimes that confusion, that grief can just really take the wind out of you, and it can make you feel disempowered and, like, just really, you know, it can make you feel pretty crappy. Okay, I'm going to cut the deck, so I think we're going to get some awesome assistance here. Here we go. The Holy Spirit. Expect miracles. Okay. I'm going to sneeze, excuse me. So that's like all of those changes that are going on. We're going to end up with high frequency, and this is the other, you know, the miracles. Let's see what it says underneath. Remember that only love is real. See, that could be something too that maybe you feel like you're missing in your life, that you want to start to bring in somehow, bring in more of that. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So appealing to now the Holy Spirit can be quite a religious term. So if you're not religious but you're spiritual, you might like to put in another word here, but it's essentially that I'm going to use the word life force. It's essentially the universal life force, and we could almost just slot in, you know, like prana or chi or ki or yeah, there's a few different words for it, yeah, just that beautiful source energy that's around us at all times. Now this is another. Oh wow, you know, I've got chills at the moment. Right, so this is a Hindu god, Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance, and he's the remover of obstacles. Would you believe? So there could, if you're having like if you're experiencing emotional blocks or mental blocks in terms of getting past something that you want to get past or you want to let go of it, okay, this is the dude. Infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. Bang. Okay, so that's gorgeous, and that's what you can call on Lord Ganesh to help you with removing obstacles. The thing about when you call on and ask for assistance is that it doesn't really work if you do it in an offhand way, like, oh, you know, you're walking along one day, say, you know, Ganesh, can you give me a hand? You know, or you're going to, Ganesh, why aren't you helping me? You know, you have to be in a, well, it's ideal, more ideal. I mean, you know, you do what you want, but my suggestion is to be in a nice, calm, receptive, a quiet place, and a calm place in your mind, and to just speak from the heart, even from within. You don't have to make it a loud vocal thing. It could just be quietly within your mind that you are genuinely asking for assistance and support. And there might even be like, you know, a little statue, or you might even get like a little object or something that will remind you of that. Or, yeah, or it might even be like a little, yeah, just even like a little kind of a crystal that you feel resonant with, and you can sort of meditate with that, and yeah, just go within, or create a little altar for yourself in your home. And yeah, like, I'm not saying everyone has to become Hindu. That's not what I'm saying. And there may be other spirit guides that you have heard of, or that you would like to, that you know of, that you would like to call upon to help you with this situation, if this is something that you feel you are experiencing and you might want a bit of extra help with. Okay, let's just get some dragon assistance here now. Yeah, thank you, Spirit, for this dragon. Thank you, the dragon energies. They're awesome. They're really fantastic. They're so empowering, but really wise and very ancient as well. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, the green dragon. Yep. Excellent. Helps you tune into the secrets of nature. You know, and also, I'm also going to say the secrets of your soul, because our souls and our hearts naturally resonate with the frequency of the earth. Okay, so that will help. Receive answers and guidance from nature. Align with your divine essence. So once again, receive answers and guidance. Okay, so if you're taking your time out here, it looks like you might be, you know, out in nature somewhere there. And yeah, and you know, like this guy here, I mean, obviously he's on the ice, but you know, he's outside and he's going out in nature somewhere. Yeah, grounding, really great for the mind, body, spirit. So really healing, okay, holistic healing. And the frequencies of nature are usually very high frequency, so they're going to really, it's going to really assist your whole energetic being. So you know, if you go for a walk in a park or in a forest or something like that, or even on a beach, usually afterwards you can feel a whole lot of you can feel different energetically, you can feel lighter. Okay, so that might help too, because sometimes when we're involved in dramas, it really causes us to fall into low vibe states of you know, that low vibe stuff. And here we have the pure white dragon from Orion. We had an Orion card in the last reading, which was all about black leaf patterning. Anyway, it transforms your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Wow, and this is what you're going to get when you do your Hanged Man time out. You are going to get so much wisdom, folks, and then you're going to be just, whoa, why didn't I do that before? And now I'm just feeling really powered. I've got so much more clarity. It's going to be awesome. Let's read a little bit under here. Process what you know. Process, okay. Act with truth and honesty. Awesome. Truth, yep, and honesty. Let your wings of light grow and expand. Fantastic. And look at this. He almost looks like a bird upside down. Look at that. The wings, almost like the elbows, almost like wings. Eh? Let your wings grow and expand. I put the wrong card down. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful, pure white dragon from Orion. That's fantastic. Oh, right. There's always light at the end of the rainbow. That's what I always say. You know, it's always a light at the end of the tunnel, or a pot of gold in the rainbow. But it's not necessarily lots of money that we're after. Or maybe some of us. Let's just grab a card from the... This is flipped over and it's called Spiritual Technology from Vega. And I think we're just going to go with that one because it's kind of like relevant. It just flipped over when I was shuffling. 23. Right, here we go. Let's hold this one up and have a quick read. The ancient Vegan mystics became quite adept at creating spiritual technology. This refers to using tools such as crystals, wands, geometry, and so on, to enhance spiritual experiences or perform a function such as cleaning the energy in a home or healing a person. Clearing your energy, cleansing your energy field, okay, because the increased sensitivities, we need to cleanse our energy fields more now. Originally, these tools were meant to be an enhancement of spiritual practices, but over time the Vegans became dependent on them and forgot that the power was not in the objects. This was a profound lesson for them. Examine how you use spiritual tools now. Do you depend on them more than your own inner power? So they can be aids to us or reminders for us. So some of these spiritual technological tools can help to kind of focus our senses down in on something or to remind us to take time out. But the true spiritual aspect of us comes from within. It's not that we have to put all of our faith into a crystal or all of our energy into something outside of us. Okay, we need to understand the benefits of the spiritual power that comes from within us as well, and also our connection to source. And we are forever receiving and energy from source. So we give out and we receive, okay? But it's just saying that to not put too much stock in things outside of ourselves, which is kind of interesting because the indication here is to go within, okay? To really discover what your soul, all these riches here and all the abundant life that you have within you, that could possibly at the moment feel as though it's blocked. And if you feel, you know, that's almost a kind of emotional blockage, isn't it? Because it's almost like the thoughts are so intense that they are preventing the heart from feeling almost. Or the consciousness is sort of not feeling the happy feelings are not there, basically. That brings us to the end of this reading, and you know, I hope some of that was helpful. I mean, you can, you know, use crystals and geometry to assist you, but it's just saying, you know, the vegan thing was just saying that they kind of took that a bit too far. So it's good to just kind of, you know, that could also be a little thing about, you know, the AI that's coming through is like, well, it may assist us, but we can't really put too much stock in it, because we have to remember that we have a soul, whereas an AI doesn't have that soul, because it's not a natural organic life form. Okay, it wasn't birthed the way in which we were birthed, you know, with that spark of spirit and all the organic things that we have going on that are truly amazing. And we are transforming, you know, constantly in all these aspects. We are transforming, and you know, and we're going to end up with a beautiful high frequency feelings and vibes going on. So I'm looking forward to that. Hope you're looking forward to some awesome thing. And don't forget that, you know, you've got Lord Ganesh that you can tap into, and the Holy Spirit, or the you know, the prana, the chi, and that's something else, is that if you are looking to calm your mind, body, spirit, if you can cultivate an understanding of prana and chi, and how you can increase the flow of that within your body through perhaps Tai Chi or yoga or Qigong, that type of thing, that could be really helpful. That might really help to help you to get this clarity and empowerment back. So, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. That's what I have for you today, and I hope the audio on this video has improved. If not, I may have to throw my phone in the bin. I'm not really sure. Anywho, hopefully I'll see you next time, and in the meantime, have a great day and a great weekend.